The deadliest form of power is the kind that slips in unnoticed, leaving no fingerprints behind. Walk into a room and conversations hush. Open your mouth and nods come easy, not out of obvious fear, but because your mere being bends them toward surrender. This isn't luck, it's deliberate craft. Machiavelli cracked this code. The aura is a ruler's unseen blade. In this video, we're diving into how you can forge your own. True power isn't always about bold moves. Often, it's born from a profound quiet, a calm that hints at chaos lurking beneath. Machiavelli didn't dominate through words alone. He shaped how others felt around him, turning the air thick with unspoken tension. That's the essence of aura. Build it right, and folks will follow, falter, and fold, all without grasping why. Imagine if just showing up made people question their own footing, if your quiet stare could unravel their grip on the moment. Machiavelli grasped a harsh reality. Whoever owns the vibe owns the result. Tired of being overlooked? Skip the shouting, amp up your essence instead. The unflinching one rattles the rest. He knew aura stems from holding back reactions, from a serenity that unnerves, from a poise that commands without effort. Shift from chasing approval to harnessing your inner force, and you turn into an inescapable force. Stick around. I'll break down how to step into that role. Niccolo Machiavelli put it bluntly. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see you, but few can touch you. These aren't flowery lines. They're a sharp warning to hide your core self. Expose it, and you're predictable. Predictable means manipulable, and that's game over. Your aura isn't rooted in raw honesty. It's sculpted from a calculated facade, guarded fiercely. You're not aiming for comprehension. Thrive on being enigmatic, misjudged, yet utterly compelling. Everyday folks crave bonds. They yearn to be seen, cherished, embraced. But the Machiavellian spots the snare. Vulnerability invites attack. Candor weighs you down. Project a silhouette, not a full portrait. Let them read your expressions and they'll arm themselves. Anticipate your plays and they'll counter. Empires crumble this way, underdogs rise, not via brute force, but shattered assumptions. Deny them any foothold on your intentions. Enigma is your shield. You give them results, not revelations. Drop hints in conversation, trail off mid-thought, turn your ideas into riddles they itch to solve. They'll plug the holes with their anxieties. And here's the psychological edge. The you they invent in their minds packs more punch than any self-portrait you could paint. Forget earning trust. Aim for inscrutability. Trust binds you. Mystery arms you. Let them speculate, murmur, dissect your motives. As they puzzle over you, they've already bent to your influence. Don't ever bother fixing their misconceptions. If they peg you as gentle, roll with it. If they see you as cutthroat, fine. Let that simmer. If they figure you're detached, flash a grin and slip away. The real victory hits when they start wondering, what's really going on in his head? That's the hook. Mix up your pace constantly. Come on strong one day, ghost the next. Show a touch of warmth this week, then pull back into cool distance. Keep them teetering on the edge of figuring you out, only to morph into someone unrecognizable. Machiavelli got it. Leaders aren't meant to be decoded. They're meant to spark imaginations. You don't want to spot in their recollections. You want to haunt their doubts. Steer how they see you by offering zero solid ground. When you're indefinable, you're untouchable, impossible to brush off, box in, or push back against without seeing the full picture. Pull back on purpose. Vanish right when they're bracing for you. Pop up when they're off guard. Switch your vibe, your look, your vibe, not out of confusion, but as a deliberate shift. Adaptability rules. Routine kills. When they push for straight answers, give them air. Or drop a line so hazy it mimics wisdom but clears up zilch, like, "You've got it figured already," or "Why assume I haven't weighed that?" These zingers sow seeds of uncertainty, feed their unease, and swing the leverage back your way. Make even your quiet moments echo with intent. Your erratic patterns will reshape how they act. They'll start tuning into your shifts, tweaking themselves to match what they guess you're expecting, even if you reveal nothing. That's aura turning into outright command, folks remolding around your phantom rules. Refuse to be who they assume. Cut off the tail they're spinning mid-sentence. Flip the page before they've digested the last. Aura fades in sameness, so reinvent, grow, and shed past selves like a leader ditching rivals, swift, hushed, 0-second thoughts. To them, you're no fixed figure. You're a wild card, a riddle, a vibe, an itch they can't scratch. That's real dominance. The unreadable can't be beaten. Aura kicks in long before any chatter, before lips move or gazes lock. It brews in the hush, the steadiness, that split-second freeze when you step in and wipe their minds blank mid-sentence. In this showy world, you need to be sensed, not spotlighted, not broadcasted, but deeply registered. Machiavelli didn't chase the limelight, he engineered it. He nailed that genuine sway, starts with how you're perceived. Too many mix up loudness with strength. But the real masters say little and rule hard. Presence isn't tied to your words. It's the ripple your being sends through others. It's that mental chess match, the undercurrent of strain and implication, the commanding essence that rewires the room's energy without a syllable uttered. Strip away, don't pile on. Folks barge into spaces desperate to flood them with chatter, wild gestures, bursts of vibe. They're chasing likes, nods of approval. But that's the mark of fragility. Skip the approval hunt. Aim for that electric unease instead. Crave the hush that drops when you arrive. Draw those double takes, throw off their flow, awaken their gut instincts. The real trick? Embrace the quiet. Quiet rattles nerves. While others squirm, babble, overact, you hold steady. Your words drop deliberate and unhurried. You glide like time bends to your will. Claim the room as if eternity's yours to command. That's the core of strength. Let your stride be deliberate, not frantic or overflowing with zest. Each footfall whispering, "No hurry here, I'm not pursuing, I'm pulling in." Pursuits for the frantic. You draw, them near. Reactions? Skip them. Watch instead. Stand tall yet relaxed, no stiffness. Keep hands steady, gaze focused. Attention seeks you out. You don't hunt it. Dress with intent. Clean lines, understated edge, nothing flashy. Every choice screams, "Proof? I need none." Flashy labels scream for eyes. You? Your poise lingers long after. When words do come, let them unfold, measured, precise. No fluff, no forced grins. Treat each syllable like it costs something valuable. Hold back on quick replies. Let the void build first. That lingering pause amps the weight, stirs expectancy, edges into dread. That's aura in action. Ditch the automatic smile. It's a beggar's tool, a bid for belonging. Keep your expression steady, commanding, neutral yet impenetrable, not hostile or aloof. The undecipherable etch themselves into memory forever. Machiavelli nailed this truth. The unreadable spark fixation. Minds race to bridge the unknowns, spinning tales, forging legends. And legends outmuscle facts every time. Step in without forcing bonds. Let them orbit you. Blend into their beat, and you've lost the game. Dictate the tempo instead. Force their vibe to sync with yours. It's not frostiness, it's poise. Not remoteness, it's a subtle threat. Your essence should awaken something raw inside, not outright terror, but a mix of doubt, intrigue, a deference teetering on edge. Leave them torn, craving your nod or fearing your strike. All they grasp is your undeniable weight. Above all, stay unwavering. Aura isn't a mask you slip on for show. It's the air you carry, the essence that clings to you even when no one's around. It's forged in those unseen moments where your presence takes root. It sparks in the quiet, the pause when you step into a space and conversations falter, thoughts scatter. In a world obsessed with flash, you don't need to be seen or heard, you need to be felt. Machiavelli never groveled for eyes on him. He engineered their gaze. He knew real sway begins with how others perceive you. Most mistake loudness for strength, but the true masters say less and rule more. Your presence alone should shift the room's pulse before a single word drops. Pare down, don't pile on. People storm into spaces, spilling noise, jokes, chatter, frantic energy, hungry for approval, desperate to fit in. That's weakness. You're not after warm fuzzies. You're after that taut silence when you arrive. You want their eyes flickering your way, then back again, their rhythm thrown off, their instincts on edge. The key? Stillness. It unsettles. While others squirm, ramble, or overplay their hand, you stay rooted. Speak with measured cadence. Move like the world's on your clock. Own the space like time bows to you. That's power. Your walk isn't rushed or bursting with vigor. It's intentional. Every step broadcasts, I chase nothing, I draw everything. You don't react, you study. Stand tall, relaxed, but never slack. Hands stay steady, gaze locked with purpose. You don't fish for attention, you are the focal point. Dress with weight, not flair, clean, sharp, deliberate. Your style says, I owe no one proof. While others flash logos to stand out, you wield quiet to linger in their minds. When you speak, let each word land heavy, chosen with care, no grin forced. Every syllable should feel costly. Don't rush replies. Let silence build the moment. A long pause makes your words hit harder, stirring expectation, unease, maybe dread. That's the aura's edge. Scrap the reflex smile. It's a plea, a crack in your armor. Keep your face composed, commanding, not hostile, not aloof, just uncrackable. The unreadable aren't just remembered. They're etched into minds forever. Here's the hidden truth Machiavelli mastered. When you're a mystery, you become an obsession. People's minds scramble to fill the voids, weaving tales, crafting legends about you. And legends always outshine raw facts. Step into a room not to mingle, but to pull them into your orbit. If you bend to their tempo, you've already lost the game. You dictate the beat. Force their energy to align with yours. You're not icy, you're steady, not aloof, dangerous. Your presence should ignite something deep, primal, not outright fear, but a restless curiosity, a respect tinged with unease. They shouldn't know if they're chasing your nod or dodging your shadow. All they know is you're undeniable. Stay relentless in this. Aura isn't a fleeting act. It's the climate you inhabit, the gravity of your existence, even in empty rooms. That's where your steel is sharpened, when no one's watching. Don't chase interesting. Aim for precision, control, a razor's edge. A Machiavellian presence doesn't scream for eyes, it burns into memories. So quit trying to be everywhere. Be scarce, deliberate, silent, and watch the world tilt toward you. Power that's too reachable fades fast. Machiavelli saw this clearly. Value is a mirage, and you've got to craft it. Always around, always agreeable, always open? You're just background noise. Mediocrity buries power. Let the frantic overshare their feelings, their time, their essence. You're cut from different cloth. You're rare. Act like it. The powerful don't chase. They magnetize. They aren't approached. They're pursued. Become invaluable. Not through wealth, but through your energy. A moment with you should feel like a hard-won prize, not a passing chat. Your focus should seem costly, and that's what makes it irresistible. Hold your smiles close. They're not free. Keep your thoughts guarded, not spilled on demand. Never linger too long in one spot. Show up on your terms, vanish without a trace. The enigma of your presence outshines the clamor of their lives. Stop snapping back instant replies, quit popping up everywhere, and never let yourself become a predictable fixture. Familiarity breeds ease, and ease kills reverence. Want to be liked? Let them ache for your memory. Want respect? Let them feel the void you leave. The more they see you, the less they sense you. So pull back, calculated, erratic, relentless. Not out of spite, but with cool precision. Machiavelli taught that a leader's better feared than loved, but his real brilliance was crafting a presence that lingers in whispers, not sightings. Be the ghost that rules the room even when you're gone. That's the power of scarcity. Let them mutter, "Where'd he go? Why's he so quiet? Why doesn't he look at me like the rest?" Those questions aren't pests. They're the roots of fixation. Feed them carefully. Offer a flicker of warmth, then ice over. Drop a rare compliment, then turn distant. Give them a taste of you, then snatch it back. Not to wound, but to school them. Your attention isn't pocket change for the taking. It's a fortress, and they've got to earn the key. Too available, and you're invisible. Your energy should feel like a finite treasure, a guarded vault, a name spoken with a pause. You're not a party. You're the benchmark, the unseen force that lifts or levels those around you. In love, friendship, or deals, your rarity sets your rank. Don't call often. Don't check in. Don't overshare. Don't justify your quiet. That quiet speaks volumes. People crave what slips through their fingers, what defies their grip, what fades before they can pin it down. That's you. This isn't arrogance. Arrogance begs for eyes. Aura pulls them in without trying. You don't need cheers. You need that hush when you walk in. You don't need pats on the back. You need talks to freeze at your arrival. This isn't ego. It's command, sharp and unyielding. They work to reach you, and when they think they've got a piece of you, slip away again. Not to sting, but to drill it in. You're not a prize to be claimed. You're a force to be chased. Your time, your gaze, your words, they're not handouts. Everything about you feels like a hard-won privilege, never a given. That's how you make power priceless, not by barking, not by demanding, but by being the rarest presence in the room and the absence they can't shake. Aura isn't just you, it's the entire atmosphere. Most people slip into a room and melt into its vibe, bending to the mood, the pace, the energy already there. Not you. A Machiavellian presence flips the script. You don't adapt, you infiltrate. You don't just occupy space, you redefine it, quietly, completely. The room's energy shifts when you arrive, not because you demand it, but because you command it. While others guffaw or scramble for attention, you stay steady. They clamor, you don't. They chase eyes, you draw them without trying. Why? Your aura rewrites the air itself. Stay composed when chaos swirls. Stay silent when others babble. Carry yourself like you hold secrets they'll never crack, because you do. Control doesn't shout, it simmers. Machiavelli grasped power's psychology better than any warlord. He knew people instinctively bow to the unshakable. Hold your ground amid turmoil, and they'll look to you for guidance, even if you give none. Your strongest weapon? Silence. It's unnatural, unnerving. It makes them squirm, reading meaning into your steady gaze, your still frame. They'll wonder, is he sizing me up? Scheming? Judging? Let them invent threats, project power onto you, all to make sense of your calm. Use that. Don't scrap for the limelight. The sun doesn't beg candles to notice it. Let them exhaust themselves shouting for attention. You? Stay untouched, unmoved, rock solid. See the room as a battlefield where your weapon isn't noise, it's emotional mastery. Mood is your throne. If they're jittery, confused, or hyped, and you're a wall of calm, you've already won. Your body language is your strategy. Sit like the conversation's already yours. Don't flinch under pressure. Don't nod like a lapdog. Don't lean in, desperate for connection. Let them lean to you. Your gaze should scan the room like you're weighing it, not chasing approval, but sizing up the scene like a ruler reading his court. Speak only when it counts, and when you do, let your words shift the room's pulse. With an aura that heavy, every syllable lands like a decree. Even how you exit a conversation matters. Don't dawdle. End it with intent, like your time's too precious to squander. Stand like the world waits on you, not the reverse. If someone tries to steal the room with swagger, wit, or rank, don't bite. Let them strut. Let them bear their hunger for validation. Then drop a single, quiet, razor-sharp line and sink back into silence. That silence will ring louder than their whole show. You don't bend to the room's pulse. You forge it. You decide if the air feels charged, icy, intimate, or perilous. This is the pinnacle of social mastery, steering the environment without a word. They won't pinpoint why your presence thickens the atmosphere. They won't grasp why they sit taller, speak softer, or pause before daring a word. They just will. That's aura. Machiavelli would say, control the vibe, and you control the choices made within it. People don't chase logic, they chase energy. They bow to the one who radiates victory without saying a word, who simply exists, steady, unyielding, like a force of nature. Don't scramble to steal the spotlight. Be the one who commands the energy around it. When others step into your space, let them feel the shift. Make them sink to your rhythm, your tone, your quiet. You're not another voice in the fray. You're the unexpected tension, the stillness they can't shrug off. That's how you bend a room to your will without lifting a finger. A Machiavellian aura isn't a performance, not loud or brash. It doesn't demand submission. It pulls it in. It slips into minds, warps how they see you, rewrites the room's unspoken rules until everyone's following your lead without a clue they've surrendered. That's the ultimate aura, silent dominance. You don't rule with fists. You rule with presence, with expectation, with a pull they can't resist. Like a king whose crown is invisible but undeniable. The world pushes you to lead with words, to claim power with noise. But noise is friction. Noise is effort. The real game is influence without strain, authority without orders, control without anyone spotting it. It starts with one idea. You are the standard. You don't beg, you don't grovel, you don't convince. You become the measure they align with, the tone they echo, the rhythm they chase, the approval they quietly crave. Keep your moves sparse but bold. Let your gaze be fleeting yet piercing. Your attention should feel like a divine spotlight, radiant when it lands, chilling when it fades. People are drawn to power that feels unstoppable. You must become that force. Even in silence, your preferences should ripple outward. Even after you leave, your presence should steer choices. They'll pause, wondering, what's he thinking? Not because you spelled it out, but because your energy haunts the room. You're not the face of control, you're its soul, the unseen king of every space you touch. To pull this off, bury any hunger for validation. Praise doesn't lift you, criticism doesn't shake you. Rise above the emotional tug-of-war, above the itch for approval. Move with such unshakable conviction that others question their own thoughts just standing near you. The ultimate influence is when they think it's their idea. Never push, pull. Guide with sparse questions, heavy silences, responses so lean they mirror their own doubts. Keep them guessing about your desires yet aching to meet them, not because you demanded it, but because your calm, unreadable presence compels them to comply. When they cross you, don't snap or explain, just withdraw, sharp and absolute. They'll feel your absence like a silent blade, slicing without warning. Once they've tasted your aura, its absence alone is punishment enough. That's the silent tyrant's power. You don't enforce rules, you are the rule, not through threats, but through sheer inevitability. People will orbit your energy like planets around a star, and if they undervalue you, vanish. Let them choke in the void you leave. When they plead for your return, you'll know you've won without a word. You've ruled the moment they shift for you, unaware of why. This is the Machiavellian aura, not a show, but a force. Not charm, but command. Not dominance through noise, but through a silence so potent they mistake it for reverence. Let others scramble for claps. You become the gravity they circle, the voice they never hear but always heed. Want more raw truths like this? Crave a sharper mind, a tougher presence, a strength that holds under fire? Don't just watch. Subscribe, hit that like, stay in the shadows, and never forget, real kings rule without needing a crown.